always fly by. Reggae beats in my ears, miles away, no more fears. Lay back, count all the stars, flying free, no more bars. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Arms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Board the plane, it's summertime, sun is shining, it's bright. Breeze, the sky is cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe's so mellow. Airwaves sing like cello. Sandy beaches we climb. Coastal airways, oh my. Take me high, smooth as sea. Coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Arms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Soaring high, wings of steel, under stars it's surreal. Dreams are real in the sky, coastal airways fly by. Reggae beats in my ears, miles away, no more fears. Lay back, count all the stars, flying free, no more bars. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze.
Hello? Check, check, check. What is going on, folks? Welcome aboard the FSBN channel. My name is Jason. If you're just checking in, I hope you've had a great week. I've got one more week and I am on vacation. This thing's going to fall on me. Hang on just a minute. Let me move this away. All right. Couple of big things happening here in terms of hockey, right? So the Rangers just traded Trouba. I was talking to Pops before, and I said, I bet you they're trying to make cap space to sign Shesterkin, and they did. They signed Shesterkin to like an 8-year, $92 million contract. So that's what they were trying to do, free up some cap space, and then we can sign the goaltender. I knew that was going to happen. So anyway, that's the Rangers are playing now. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody had a great week. and we are in Flight Sim 2024 today. Basically, our first stream with it, our first flight's going to be in a beautiful Albatross, one of my favorite aircraft. I absolutely love this plane in real life. This plane is beautiful. Never had the chance to fly one. I am a seaplane. What do you say? Endorsement. I've got a seaplane endorsement. Probably one of my favorite types of flying is flying seaplanes. I absolutely love the ocean. I love the water. I love to fish. So for me, that's kind of full freedom. Right now, you can't go crazy. You can't land this thing in the middle of the ocean. You could if you were in a pinch, but it would have to be an emergency. Otherwise, the hull would break up, wouldn't be good. So you want to avoid that. But what we're going to do is we're going to fly this Albatross today. We're going to go over to the Bahamas. We'll land wet. So I'll show you kind of the water, and we'll see how the dynamics in the water work. Because 2020 wasn't good. It just didn't handle the dynamics of the water very well. So, and then at the end of this thing, we're gonna say, is this worth it? If you have 2020 right now, is it worth upgrading to 24? So let's have a go with this. Welcome aboard. If you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully you can. I think you can. But let's go ahead and start. We're going to just do this quick walk around. And let's get started. And I'm going to go over here. You would start kind of down here. We're taking off in, again, this is Miami Executive. So we would come down through this ladder. And we're going to start right here in the back of the aircraft. We do this a little bit different on the Albatross just because of where everything is. Now you can see this little dot right there. You can just going to look, you just click your mouse and you can't hold it or do anything. Smaller aircraft where you can reach it, you can. It's just a visual inspection on these kind of airplanes just because they're so big. Now this is a big bird. They flew a lot of these for SAR missions or search and rescue in Korea. So Grumman, this is a Grumman built aircraft, and they built a lot of seaplanes, and this is probably one of their biggest seaplanes that they've built. Rudder, elevator, everything looks good. The hull looks good as well, so you would want to inspect the hull of the aircraft here. You want to make sure that there's no, breaks, cracks. This is where you get a lot of damage. Right here, this is called the step of the hull, and you'd want to, when you're high speed taxi on the water, it's called the step taxi. You want to kind of put it right there, a little high end on the speed. So I'll be working that. I want to know in the comments below, have you folks played this yet, and do you like it? We'll check the tire condition. Now these tires can wear out, so that's something that's different in 2020. So we're going to check that. We'll take a look at our brakes. We can't really inspect them very well. He's going to make sure there's no hydraulic fluid on the ground or anything like that. We'll take a look at our strut. Strut's looking good, so we'll go ahead and give that a good old check mark. And we're going to be flying VFR today. So a nice old school way to fly. It is not going to be GPS. We're not going to turn that dang thing on. We're just going to basically fly maybe a VOR waypoint out of there, and then we're just going to go visual, fly headings, and that's it. We're going to open our sectional chart and be rocking and rolling. So old school, the way I like it. I know, I'm an anomaly, right? Chris, just checking in. Ice cream. Remember, as a backup co-pilot, you got it. Holding out for all the bugs. Yes. We're going to talk about that, right? So we had a couple of... well, I think you all know that the release was an absolute disaster. It was terrible. So the release of 2024 was not the best release. It was a nightmare, and I'm going to tell you my take. I've played this for a bit. So, I think it's got some maturing to do. Like anything, it's going to take a few years, and I'm sure the devs are going to get a hold of it and make it much better than it is right now. Okay. Again, look at the hull, make sure it's good to go. The strut, the oleo strut, that looks good. Now, these radial engines in real life, they be leaking a lot of oil. If they don't leak oil, they don't have oil. So you want to make sure that these things are, have a little bit of oil on the ground, not too much, but That is a truism with these radials. I think this is a Wasp, Pratt& Whitney Wasp engine. So really cool, excuse me. And that is it. All right, let's get to your comments. Chris says we're just holding out for all the bugs. Yep. AJ says, what's going on? He says, when I got into FS, I jumped straight into the PMDG 738 and then the Phoenix. Had no clue what I was doing. A file checklist. 24 has forced me back to the basics, and I love it. So do you like 24? Or do you like 2020? I got to tell you, I have not uninstalled 2020 yet, and nor will I. So that should give you a little bit of a kind of thing I'm thinking of where I'm going with this, right? I'm going to remove this. Normally I'm not a guy who jumps on, you know, straight into something that's not proven yet. Now, I got to tell you this too. This simulator is built for Xbox. Yes, sir. You heard me. It's built for Xbox. It's not built for the PC. Does it mean you can't play it on the PC? It's Xbox friendly, which is good. That's how you get into the flight deck, by the way. You open the door. So we're in the flight deck here.
Okay.
You can see what I'm going to do now is I have to take this old way of doing things, right? This new way, which is 2024. I'm going to change my settings, and how we do that is I'm just going to go to and hit the escape. I'm going to go to settings, and I have to do this because I don't know where it's mapped right now. It's been so annoying trying to map it. So I'm just going to scroll down here. See, it says 24 transversal. I'm just going to change that to albatross view, and you have to do this with almost every airplane. Now you don't have to. You can make all the controls the same in every aircraft, but that's not generally realistic, right? That's not going to happen. I'm going to click resume, and we're going to get back in the flight deck. Now, these are my settings. Now, these settings I have, you can see, look at the dials and the gauges. See how they're all fuzzy right now? It's got to load in. This is getting pulled from the internet, folks, so it's going to be drawing a heck of a lot of data from the internet. So if you have a slow internet connection, you might be in a world of hurt, with 2024. And that's kind of how this is. This is the flight deck. Pretty cool stuff. We got a GPS in here, and we're going to get this puppy on the road. We're going to show on the road here. How's that? So we're going to get this fired up pretty quick. Now, a couple things I want to talk about is the EFB here. Now, their EFB, what's the word? I'm trying to be nice. Let's see. If I go over here and I scroll down to center of gravity. Now we're going to do some fuel calcs, and this needs a lot of work, folks. I'm not going to lie. This is a joke. Look at this. I don't even know what this is. I don't think anybody knows what this is. Like, I don't know what this is. So it says seats 4. Great. I don't know what that is. Now look at how much fuel. We're not going to take this much fuel. So we're going to dump the fuel out of here. We'll throw them in the external tanks. We don't need any gas there either. Right ox, 0. And this is 170 gallons. We want pounds. What are we looking at? So we want to bring them up just a little bit more. So I'm going to bring them up to almost full, which is about 2,000 pounds on either side. Okay, it's just going to bring those mains up. There we go. So you got left main, right main, 2,000 pounds, almost full. No ADF. Yeah, they said 6 to 10 gigabytes per hour. That's crazy. Yeah, it's insane. There's a couple good things. Like one, it doesn't have to download the whole world, right? So that's good. But, I'm just going to click load in aircraft. Now, this EFB here is not the best, but if you are a Navigraph subscriber, let me show you what's cool about this. And I might have to sign in really quick. Nope. And that's what's really cool. I'm going to unload that. And we're going to go, as you can see, what I'm going to do is says VFR. I'm going to go to FAA sectionals, and I'm going to hide this. And there we go. So in our aircraft now, I've got the Navigraph charts. Let me show you the difference. That's Navigraph. All right. This is theirs. Okay. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of that, and stupidness. And it's like, okay, yeah, go ahead, use this. Okay, I will stick to what is the best, and that is sectional charts, right? The real deal. And that's what I got here. So that's what's cool. So if you're a Navigraph subscriber, all your charts can stay on the EFB here, which is nice because you can go to Navigraph charts here and you can use the SimBrief dispatch tool in here as well. So really cool. Now we're not going to do SimBrief just because we don't need to. This is a VFR flight. We're flying VFR. We're staying away from clouds. We'll have to kind of, this is a class Delta, isn't it? Yeah. So in real life, we'd have to call for tower and we'd have to get a clearance. Let's see here. We got 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. I wouldn't even need it. I mean, I would get a clearance to take off, but I'd fly under the Bravo. So we're going to do that, folks. I'll show you what I'm going to do. We're going to take off out of here. We're going to go whoop right around. We're going to stay in it. We keep it at 2,000 feet. You can see the ceiling of the Bravo is 2,000 feet. So we're going to just zip around to 2,000 feet and then boop, we're going to bump it up. Okay. And we're going to go to 3,000 and then we keep going in the outer shells here. We go to 5,000 and then we're cleared the Bravo. So that's kind of what we'll do. We'll climb to 2,000. We'll hold that for a bit. And then when we get feet wet over Chicken Key here, then we can bump it up a little bit. So if it wasn't in the cloud, you got it. Not counting on satellite data, they said the initial download is 100 millibytes per second. Would take 25 hours, 1.4 terabytes of data without satellite. Yeah, it's pretty wild. That's why I said like you really need a solid internet connection to play this game. Now, that's number one reason I will never get rid of 2020. What happens when my internet goes down, which it did 2 weeks ago? It went down. I didn't have it, and I was like, this is not going to work. Is there, Chris, to get to Chris's statement, he says, is there an AFD in here, or ADF? And I think, Chris, I don't think there is, buddy. We got two VORs, which we're going to do. Dead Reckoning, a little bit of that, a little bit of compass headings, and we'll have some fun today. But we'll get in here. We're gonna get this aircraft primed and ready to go. One thing that's lacking in this one is the sound. The sound's not great. So bear with me on this one. So we're going to come down over here. I just want to make sure we're good there. We're going to come up on the overhead and here. I just want to make sure good power set. There's one, there's two. It's closed. We're not going to put them in beta. There we go. Mixture's rich. Now, very interesting on this aircraft. There is no propellers. I mean, there is no prop. It's done by, it's automatic. You can increase or decrease, but it's an automatic thing. So very interesting on this aircraft. Let's get rid of this yoke for now, and so we can see what we're doing. And we're going to go ahead and get this done. Only got 2.2 hours on the airplane. So I have flown it a few times just to get used to the bird, but that's about it. All right, first thing we're going to do, we got to throw the battery on. I got to find that dang thing. And it is going to be right here. So we're going to throw the battery on. I can't hear a darn thing. That's one thing about this is the sound is not great, which is unfortunate. So the battery's on. And what we're going to do is external lights. We're just going to go ahead and throw the position light on right now. And then the rotating beacon on. And that just lets us know on the outside that we're going to get ready. Now you can see this ladder here. You can say, whoa, what about this ladder? Let's get rid of that. So one thing you can do is every aircraft is going to have one of these little checklists somewhere. You got to find it in your flight deck. That's where it's hiding. So you can take a look. It's completely up now. So that helps if you're ever wondering where that little doodad is. All right, that's good. Then we're going to go ahead and throw that off for now. And we're going to prime the engines. So what I'm going to do is come upstairs here. And we're going to turn the, first of all, we're going to turn the ignition to both, if I can reach it. Let me get these out of the way. That's going to both. That's going to both. Make sure this is on right main, left main. We're good. That's coming back out. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw the mixture rich. And number one, I'm going to push a little bit and to up just a little bit. And we're going to throw the fuel pump left side. We'll start first. On. Okay, fuel pump's on. We're getting the engine going. And down over here, we're going to crank it. This is going to prime it. Okay, it's going to rotate that prop. All right, so it's going to get, that's about all we need. And then I'm going to come up. That's rich. We're going to go ahead and start it. We're going to hold it. We're just going to crank this thing until it lights. It's lit. Let it go. All right, prop RPM, bring it on down to about, you want to be under 1,000 RPM with this. Let's go outside. You can see that smoke coming out. Nice. I like that. It doesn't sound like a throaty Wasp engine. Those things like choke and cough, and I wish they'd get the sound right. All right, now we'll see how I have fuzzy gauges because it's got to download the data. Again, what we're going to do is take a look, and we're going to open up the cowl flaps, the oil coolers. We're going to get them. Everything is open. There's no gauges on this, so you're not going to be able to see it. But we're going to open the cowls. About 5 seconds will work. And we're going to open up on both engines. And then I'll show you what that looks like. You can see underneath this engine here. Yeah, we got our cowls open right there. And then the flap, the cowl flap. So that's maximum cooling to the engine. That's what you want. These radials can overheat really quick. So we take a look. And you could see, let me see if I can zoom in for you a little bit. We're looking at the oil temp. That's our fuel. And this is our oil temp. You want to make sure they're good. I'm going to turn number one about right there. That's good. Let's go ahead and throw the generator online. That's going to be about right here. And we're going to throw that to on. Boom, boom. You can see everything just lit up. Okay, perfect. We got good pressure coming in on that one. And let's go ahead and start the second one. Like this engine should be like, I mean, it should be coughing. You know, they need to do a little bit of work on the sound, at least on this airplane. And I get it. It's default. I mean, we all know default is not really great. All right, on the second one, we're going to go ahead and throw the second one upstairs here. Hang on just a minute. There we are. I'm going to throw this off. This is the fuel pump. We're going to throw number two on. Again, we'll go rich. We'll open that throttle about right there for number two. Same thing here. We're going to crank. We're just priming it. Okay, give it a second. Let's start it up. Amps are up. Hang on to that thing. All right, she's lit. Let it go. You can see that smoke pouring out of that engine. That's about right. Has anybody flown this airplane yet? Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's get that on the generator. So again, that's going to be over here. We'll throw that to the on position. Now we got generators on. I could flip it here, left side, bat, bus, the APU, or the right side. And we're just going to keep it on left gen for now. All right, both engines, cowls are open. Want to make sure we're not going to overheat them. That's good. Even though it's not too hot out there, this is Florida. Good stuff. We don't need carb. Oil coolers are good. Static inverters on. Those two are on. I think that's fine. Now some of these switches won't work. Like carbs will. Those two are on. Good. These are de-ice, don't need that on. We don't need prop de-ice, don't need that on. Probe heaters, we're good. Alternate static source is off. Landing lights are off for now. Hull anchor lights, don't need it. And we're going to come over here to the autopilot panel, and we're going to throw the wait a minute. That's on. That's good. That's good. That's rudder. Nav source is nav 1. Any comments? No comments yet. So just looking at the engine instruments here. Looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and idle the engines. About 500. Let's drop the flaps to takeoff position. Excellent. I'm going to go upstairs here. See this generator? We're going to have to throw that to the on position. Okay. That keeps the generator on. Wait a minute. That's not the one I wanted. There it is. Radio mast. We can shut the generator off. So we're good now. Garmin's fired up. This is our standby ISFD. This weighs. This is way too much work for me. Hey, this is a fun airplane, Chris. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. No smoking. We're almost there. All right, we're good to go, folks. We're going to go ahead and take a look. You can see we're looking at, what do we got? Oh my gosh, I'm lost here. Hang on. All right, about 50 degrees. It's not too bad. So with the engines lit now, let's go and figure out where we're going to go. So let's pull up our EFB. Holy smokes. So what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and, I'm zoomed in all the way in. We'll go ahead and take off. I'll get the weather here, and looks probably going to be taking off to the west. We'll turn out, and if we could turn out enough, maybe we could keep it under the Bravo. Again, we got to be about 3,000 feet there. There it goes. So there's 2,000 feet initially when we go feet wet, and then we'll start turning outbound, and then we'll climb up to about 3,000 there, and then we'll go to 5,000 as we keep progressing further and further away. And we're going to land in Paradise. I'm taking you folks to Atlantis today. Flight time's about 40 minutes, and we'll see what we can do. All right, let's go get the weather here in Miami Executive. And if I turn on the ATIS 124.0, let's go OK. OK. 124.0, we'll get that in there. This is pretty much the only time we're going to use the GPS for comms. Does it work?
Miami Airport Information Uniform 0100. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 14. Dew point 14. Altimeter 3015.01. ILS runway 9er right and visual runway 9er left in use. Landing and departing runway 9er right and runway 9er left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read backhaul short instructions.
What'd they say?
Advise controller on initial
Niner.
To Miami Airport Information Uniform 0100. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
Winds are calm,
Condition clear. Temperature.
so they say.
Dew point 14. Altimeter 3015.
No. 2903. We're going to go 27s, all right? That's what we're going to do. Bimini. You want to go to Bimini? There's nothing. We're going to go take you to Atlantis.
To man the airport information
We can go anywhere.
010.
That's the best part. All right, folks, we're going to go 27. So we're going to go on the 27s here. We'll fly outbound. And what's so cool about this is we're there almost. So we're going to go 27 left. And we're done. I can pop this window open here. What's cool about this, I mean, I wish if you popped it open, like you should really be able to hear it. But you don't. All right, we're good. We're good. We got our lights on. We don't need the hull. We'll throw that on. We're good to go. Brakes are coming off. Let's see if the brakes are off. Nope. Yep. They're off now. All right, let's go. Maybe. All right, folks, we're underway. Make sure your trim is good. Oh, this is such a beast of an airplane. I absolutely love it. Anybody want to buy one of these? Really fun. The wing flex is cool. I found that pretty neat. Hold on. All right, that one's off. I can't tell. Hang on just a minute. That one's got to come off too. You see what I mean? See how quiet that is? That'd be like, that'd be really loud. Now, something very interesting about the Albatross is, I know they're Mallard, the Grumman Mallard. But by the way, when I was at Riddle, I wanted to fly for Chokes. I wanted to fly for Chalk's Oceanic Airways. And I was on that trajectory when I was in college. That was the job I wanted. I wanted to fly, you know, the turbine Mallards out of Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and then over to the islands there in the Bahamas. And they had a G73 turbine, and it was gorgeous. And they've been in business for a long, long time. And it's unfortunate, when I was in college, and I just got my seaplane my seaplane endorsement. And I did that because I wanted to fly for Chalks. So I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to fly seaplanes in the islands. I wasn't really wanting to do any of the airlines, you know, like traditional flying at that point. You know, I wanted to get my experience that way. And then they had a wing separate, unfortunately, because of corrosion. And they had a pretty good maintenance program at the time, because you're operating in salt water. It's bad. It's bad on the aircraft. It's not good. So any salt water on an airplane is no good, no bueno. So it's unfortunate. Corrosion got them, and it took them out, and they went out of business because of it. So pretty sad. They weren't very high. They were coming into Miami. It was a pretty sad deal. All right, you can see these two blue lights. These are a very interesting system that Grumman built here. Those are it's an automatic pitch So what I'm going to do is increase the RPM, and we're going to do a little quick run up. Nothing major. Hang on, I'm going to come in here and stop. Now there's a whole checklist I can do, like a full-on check. I'm going to spare all of you for that. Just going to bring them up about 1,500 RPM. Here we go. A little bit more, that's fine. And then we're going to check a few things. So right here, we're going to go left. See the RPM drop. Right. The RPM's dropped. Both. All right, back to left. Right side now. Right. Back to off. Okay, coming to idle. I know there's more to it than that. And I'm just going to go ahead and increase the RPM. Get those lights off. You can see how you can momentarily do that. Okay, you guys ready? We're trimmed out, looking good. All right, we're good. Let's go. Lights are coming on. Landing lights are on. You can see they'll come down. Now, there's a lot more checks that you have to do when you do the run-up. You have to do a governor check and all that crap. I'm not going to do it. All right, let's release the brakes and let's go. Brakes off. All right, let's go, folks. Ready to go flying? Obviously, I'd have permission. All right, what did we say? 2,000 feet? Okay, we're going to go ahead and make a right turn out of here. I'm sorry, a left turn. 27 left is the runway. Here we go. No, I guess. All right, let's go. Looking for about 2,800 RPM. Nice and slow with these radials. Really slow. There you go. We're good right there. Hands on the throttles. There's 60 knots. Airspeed's alive. There's 80. 90. Let's start the rotation right about now. Airborne. Gear up. See that wing flex? That's really cool. They did a good job with that. We want to keep it not too crazy. Nice and easy, chap. All right, let's pitch the nose over just a little bit. We get some airspeed. Once we're over that runway, we'll start our turn. Okay, flaps up. Let's start the roll. Nice. This is what flying's all about, folks. There's 1,000. We're going to reduce some power here in a little bit. Just want to climb up to about 2,000 feet first. We're on that turn right now. We'll square it off. Let's fly south just a little bit. We'll make our turn here right now. All right, there's 2,000 RPM coming. 2,000 feet. I'll trim it nose down. Backing off the power a little bit. Let's get that RPM to a manageable. About 25, 30 on the manifold pressure. And I'll show you how we decrease it. I got my hands full with an aircraft right now, so I'm watching my altitude. This airplane flies, what I think about 2024 is the flight dynamics are much, much better than 2020. So it's an upgrade in that aspect. Is the flight dynamics are beautiful. All right, there's downwind leg. We're going to go ahead and exit out. Right there, we got to keep it about 2,000. Under that, we're under the Bravo right now. And I'll, once I get the aircraft stable, you don't climb on me, dude. All right there, hold that right there. See how we do. See, she's nice and trimmed and hands off. I'm going to turn on the autopilot just to hold altitude for me. Okay, roll mode's on, so I'm just going to go heading here. No, I want an altitude hold. There we go. I already busted Bravo. There we are. Let's see what happens. Okay, heading select is on. Let's go ahead and just hold the heading. Let's see if heading it says is on. Yeah, good. All right, we got it good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and hit the decrease pitch control. Just a little bit. This is going to come to normal. Right there. All right, that's it. And what we're going to do is going to fly over here, and then we're going to start turning. Where are we going? Are we going to Atlantis? I'm taking you to Nassau, Bahamas, aren't I? 112.7. I'd say we go to Nassau, Bahamas. Who wants to do that? Chris says Class B starts at 3. Am I going nuts? Why did I see 2? Let me see. No, you're right. It starts at 3. Hang on. I'll show you. I don't know what the heck I was looking at, but it wasn't that. So here, I'll just zoom it out. It's going to take a few seconds because it's got to refresh. This is not the Navigraph. This is Flight Sim. Bravo busting. Need the MD-80. Oh, you're going to get the MD-80. You know how many flights we got to do next week? My gosh. All right, we're over. Let me try it again here. Let's see if I can get it to work for us. So we're at feet wet. We're going to climb to 3,000 like Chris said here in just a minute. I just want to make sure we're clear of the Bravo. And once we get a little higher, look at that. It's pretty. I mean, that's another thing you're going to get with 24 here. The graphics are much better. We're going to close the oil here in just a minute. We're feet wet. Let's go ahead and tune. It is 3,000. Chris is right. I'm looking at my app. Let's see if this can't. Let's see if we can't get it refreshed here in just a minute. All right. Let's see. Are we going Atlantis? I are a pilot. That's right. That's right. I don't want to go to Bimini. Let's go. Let's do a little. Let's go to NASA. Right. 112.7. Let's tune that in. So I'm going to tune that into 1127. Oops. 112.7. Let's see if we can't grab it. Can we grab it? Are you alive? No. We're probably a little low. It's all right. We'll get there. So what I am going to do is fly outbound of the Virginia Key, 117.1. So I'll show you that here, 117.1. And let me change this really quick. One 117.1. Let's tune that. Now we got a 2 flag. We should have a from. Stand by. Stand by. That's a dead. There we are. So you can see how it's not, the OBS is not spinning out on. You can listen it to Morse code if you had to. But what I'm going to try to do is get past the station. We're not exactly from it yet. So I'm going to turn that course around here just like that. You can see 1171. Did I have that dialed in? So that's ZQA. You see how it says ZQA? Yeah, it's honing in on that. Not exactly. Let's see, we got Bimini coming in here. 1167 Bimini. All right, folks, we are in 3,000 feet. Let's go up. We're going to climb up to about 2,500 now. 27, whatever. I'm going to go vertical speed, pitch mode. Just let the airplane kind of climb just nice and easy. Let's get some altitude here. And I'm going to start plugging in and pulling the cow flaps in. You can see the temperatures are good. So let's go cow flaps. We'll throw those in. Close. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,005. Same here. Same here. Good. We'll get our navigation right. So take a look at your engines now. You can see pretty much tucked away. That's what we like. All right, folks, we're basically flying a 090 heading straight out. We're still doing okay on the climb, nice and slow. I'll go ahead and pull that up and take a look at our OBS. Let's get it the other way. Now, you don't want to do... So we're going to center this, is what I'm going to show you. That's a from. 20. This is probably going to be a 15-ish. We're crossing quick. There we go. This is pulling our Virginia Keys VOR. We're passing the 1.8. You can see how we're sliding out to the 1.8. We're crossing that radial. And that's going to be Virginia Keys on 117.1. Okay, so that we're not going to fly that outbound or anything like that because it's north of us and behind us, which is fine. It's just good to know we're going to be passing the 15 degree radial, 150. If I could show you. See how it's coming in? We're going to cross the 15. We're looking at altitude hold. All right, I'll do it right now. Good. Now we're coming to the next stage. We're getting a little low, so just push it down. There we are. Turbulence not too bad. And I want to see when we can grab in 1127. Yeah, that's what I want. $10 from Virginia Keys. We're doing pretty good on this heading, folks. That's why I'm going to stay on this heading for a minute. Once we get close to Bimini, there's going to be a set of islands. I'll be watching second and third. Yeah, it's Sam's not doing. Sam's not calling the game, Dad. Right? It's on ESPN. Talk about the Ranger game. Let me show you the cabin. How's that? We're doing good in this heading. We're going to stay on this heading. We will have to go southbound just a little bit, but I won't want to do that until we get to. There's a little bit of private islands coming up. We'll get to those. Then we can start our turn. And you know, obviously you have a plotted course, but we're good to go. We're gonna get in and you're not gonna get lost here. I mean, honestly, it's nearly impossible to get lost now with all the technology that we have in aircraft today. It's unbelievable. You can see there's Cat K right there. Trying to get this thing to reset. Here, let's do this. That's our aircraft. Let's go ahead and throw. You can see we're directly at these islands. It doesn't give you any of the stuff that you actually need to get this thing reset. So long for the internet connection to kick in. All right. Correct. Yes. Correct is correct. Getting into some bumps. We're getting in that outer space. We can go up to 5,000. Let's go ahead, get a little higher on the altitude. So let's climb to 5. $4,700 is good for now. Vertical speed, here we go. Let's get this thing to climb. Now I'm going to push up the throttles just a little bit. There we go, about right there. Now, if you need more power, the cool thing about this airplane is I could hit increase, and it's going to momentarily kick it in. See, the manifold pressure is coming up. RPM is going to come up. There we are. Now we're through that second band of Class Bravo, and I'm going to turn off my dang landing lights. Throw those off. We'll throw those off. We're going to land on the water here, folks. I'm going to show you something really cool about this airplane. Once I grab a better... We're pretty much headed toward Bimini right now. Man, this thing's awesome. I love the airplane. It's super fun. I wonder if I throw generator on. That's basically an APU I just turned on. Doesn't do really anything for us. Let's look at one other thing. We're squawking 1200, which is good. What, 117.1. As we climb higher, we should be getting ZQA, 136 nautical miles. That's so weird. Whoa. All right, hold on. We're going to climb up to... We are out of Bravo. I think I screwed my displays up, guys. I got done screwed it up. You kidding me right now? I can't even move it. That's all good. So there's Cat K. What I'm going to do is start turning to the south. Let me see if we got that VOR in there. And then we're going to tune that VOR. So with VORs, you want a 2 indication. Wait a minute. What the heck? Hold on just a minute. All right, we're good. It's like we're trying to draw from not a good source here. You want a 2 flag? I'll show you. We got a 2 indication. We should be, looking at the chart here, grabbing the 270, 280, 285-ish. So we should be grabbing the 285 radial inbound. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Here's 270, there's 280. We're dead, we're bang on about, what is that, 270, 280? It's about 291-ish. So we could grab that radial and fly that sucker there, and we're going to change our heading. We're out of class Bravo, so we could climb up as high as the clouds let us, basically. It's about right there. That's good. 4,600 feet is probably all we're going to get. So I'm going to go altitude hold. And then we're going to go ahead and start the turn inbound right now. And we're going to turn to a heading of approximately right there-ish. There we go. And now the airspeed, I'm going to drop down just a little bit. We're going to get that manifold pressure down. And if you say, well, your cruising RPM should be about 2,300. Well, so you come over here and you throw decrease, 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 decrease. There you go. See how it drops that RPM just a little bit? That's it, folks. That's all she wrote. We're bang on. Now, I want to see something if I can tune it in. Remember, I was like, yeah, I want to tune that in. Well, let's see. Can't hear a thing. Can everybody hear it? It's COM 1. That's volume down, isn't it? I can't hear it. I mean, I know we're tuned because I see ZQA, so whatever. Anyway, let's get our eyeballs out the window and we'll take a look. And we could see, you see the islands here? Shoot, we might be forced down lower. We'll do VFR on top, I guess. All right, let's go take a look at the cabin. I'll show you the cabin. All right, so you got obviously 2 up front here that could sit. And these seats would be replaced. And then we could do 8 in here. There's 8 right there. There's 4 there, and there's 6 in here. I wonder if this table comes down. Oh, that's cool. Nice, look at that. And a crap ton of room back here. You have a bathroom, dogs running around. This will be a sweet gig. Right? Let's open up. I don't know. I'm exploring right now. I mean, you could just tell this thing's a boat. I mean, you look at it, you're like, this thing's a boat. I don't know if I could use that back there. Can we use the lav? This is a little emergency hatch. Are these buttons workable? Nope. 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 That's the bilge pump. Yeah, we're going to need that today. Pretty cool, right? No, Chris, what'd you say? I got to go sideways. Hang on. And now I'm going to show you this. This is a cool little feature. On the Grumman Albatross, you have a door in here. And that door opens up to the search and rescue window. I got to get in there, get nice and low. And we could take a peek out here. And you could really have a good VFR view. Wouldn't want to get hit with a bird. That would be bad. You'd be like, what's that? That's the other thing. You wouldn't know what the heck hit you. That's it. We're in the nose of the airplane. They would basically sit here, and they would look out for any ships or, you know, anybody that needed a rescue, and that's what this airplane was. All right. Mike says no. Microsoft 2024 for at least 6 months. I think you're right, bud. I'm gonna be honest. It's not mature, so you know, honestly, if you were like, well, do we get it or not? I really wouldn't. If you have P3D, or if you have P3D and you make the jump to 24, you would be like, oh my gosh, because it is revolutionary, right? Making the jump from a P3D to a 2024, it's a big deal, okay? But if you're a 2020 owner, making the jump to 24 is not much of a difference. There is some upgrades. But this thing was built for Xbox. And you Xbox players, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I tried to... I have Xbox, and I tried to test Xbox, and I can't fly the airplane. I'm like, the trim is whack. I'm all over the place. I'm like, this is not for me. So Xbox users, if you're flying and you're really trying to fly a flight, man, kudos to you. Hopefully you have peripherals that you're using, because there's no other way. In my mind, there's no other way you can do it. How are we doing on our engines? These things need... by the way, outside that window right here, that's Bimini Island. It's called South Bimini. That's where Chalks would fly to from Fort Lauderdale a lot. And they would fly to where we're going. We're going to Nassau, Bahamas. So that's Bimini Island. We're doing really good. That Alice Town, it's called. And then just south of us is Ocean Cay. There's a shipwreck somewhere right there. Right over the nose, there's a shipwreck. Let me see if we can find it. That'd be really sweet if we could see that little wreck. And I know that because it's on the sectional chart. And I'm looking at my my Navigraph charts on my iPad. And it is definitely there. It's a little ship. It's cool. So let's get the weather here. We're getting close, folks. We're getting pretty close to the big island here. With this North Andros Island. It's basically San Andros Island in the Bahamas. It's a big island, really hard to miss. And this shipwreck, folks, if we could get it, it's going to be off the right side. It's going to be off the FO side. So let's see if we can't see that. Anybody want to go fly with me around the Caribbean with this airplane? Who's in? I'm in. I'll tell you what, I'd be packing a ton of fly rods in the back of this thing, and I'd have a good old fishing trip. I don't know if I could afford the gas. That's the only problem. This thing's like thousands of dollars in MoGas. It's unbelievable. There's a little private Ocean Cay on one of these little islands here, just more to the south of us. And it's a little airstrip. Really cool. I mean, the water is absolutely phenomenal. You buy, I fly. Yeah, Chris, that's right. That's right. Where is that? Ah, as a seaplane pilot, I'm looking at the water going, oh man, like there's so many spots we could put down. Now you want a protected area. You don't want to fly in like the open area. Like this be killer on a hull. You need something like a little bit of protection, you know, somewhere over here. You don't want to do that either. It depends on the breakers, and you want a nice cove, nice protected cove. This airplane could do it, but there's no way I would try unless you were in a dire emergency, just because of the you could rip the hull to pieces. So you don't want to do that. Now I'll take a look outside. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to get a picture, guys, and this is what's cool about this. I'm going to go with, it's called photo mode, and I'm going to try to get us a good, probably better up here. So I'm going to go like this. I think it's, nope. Yep. So that's called photo mode. Now this is what's cool about this, is I can maneuver this camera anywhere. And this is what's neat about 2024. I can get a nice cool picture of this, and there's a lot more things you could do, but I'm just trying to get a nice picture of the airplane, the water behind it, and then all I got to do is hit my shutter, and there we go. That's pretty cool. What happened? I crashed. How did I crash? All right, well, we're back on track. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Let's not do that again. Okay, so the altitude is coming on. Autopilot's coming on. Altitude is coming on. Hold on. No, it's not. Didn't like that, apparently. But we got a good picture. And at least we didn't... okay, we're through 5,000 now. Oh, baby. All right, we're going to go VFR on top, apparently, or something like that. Okay, dude. Altitude hold, please. Alright, we're climbing. Vertical speed's on. Let's pitch the nose down. Let's get it down. This thing's climbing like a homesick angel right now. I got it. Knock it off. What the heck is going on up there? Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Just another example of Microsoft doing its thing. We're descending just a little bit. All right, let's do 55. I'll go autopilot on, and I want to go altitude hold. Okay, we're on it. Good. Manifold is good. RPM's a little high. Give me a second. Let me figure this thing out here. We're going to go ahead and decrease it again. All right, we're looking good, folks. We're headed right toward... Well, that was a pretty picture, but I don't think it was worth the crash. Anyway. The only shipwreck I see at VFR section I see that is North Ocean K. Yeah, right there. There's a shipwreck just to the... We're just passing it on the right side. But I don't know if we could see it in the sim. We're just passing Ocean K right now. Hold on. It should be like somewhere down here. And it's just, we just passed. It's behind us. Dang it. Now, it's like right here on the sectional chart. But that's where we are, Chris. We're just north of Ocean K. Heading, coming in. I bet you if you're a diver, it'd be pretty sweet. Heading on. Does this work now, or do we mess it up? No, it works. Okay. We're going really slow. It's not what I want. 2,500. Good on the RPM. We got to kick up that speed a little bit. Let's throw in some RPM here. Okay, airplane. Engine management. It's important. Oh, that's better. There we go. Now we're increasing our speed. This is cab. This is carb air temp. That's nice that they have that there. You guys need heat. You might need heat in the back, you guys. Let's see. How cold is it out there? You don't need heat. It's 51 degrees. Maybe a little heat. So there's heaters in here. Right here. And I'll throw some ventilation air for you. We'll throw that on. I really don't need pitot heat right now. All right, we're getting close. Man, I screwed this up again. I did it again. I'm looking at my charts. All right, what's the weather in NASA? Anybody know? Anybody got a weather for me? This would be fun. I'm telling you, this airplane would be awesome to fly around the Caribbean and stream. Wouldn't it be fun? You guys wouldn't like it, but I would. My kind of flying, honestly. MYNN. Let's take a look. I'm going to get the weather information. 360 at 5, so it's coming out of the north. 5 knots. All right. We are going to Paradise Island, folks. So we're going to fly to the north side of NASA. I see NASA ahead already. Or this is me, Andreos. Let's see here. Hold on. This might be Andreos. Yeah, we've got Andreos Island. San Andreas is coming up. Kind of see it over the nose. I need more drinks back here. Yeah, let me get some airspeed. Hang on. Let me bump this up. You guys know what I did, right? I actually got the Albatross manual, like from 1960 something, and I've been reviewing it. But honestly, I didn't have it with me. I was going to print it out, but I didn't get a chance to. But it's a pretty cool airplane. They did a pretty cool job. And you can see, I'm just going to pull out the GPS. Yes, we're not really cheating because we're just not. But, sorry, wrong way. So you can see we're headed directly to the Andreas Islands here. So that, confirmation is where we need to be. All right. Let's get more airspeed. We're doing 25. How's our fuel status? And you can see right here our fuel. We're doing pretty good. We burned maybe not even 500 pounds yet. It's pretty good. Cylinder head temperatures are good. We're on the high side. The oil temp is good. Nothing's spiking. I would like to see like red. Pressures are good, and fuel pressures are good. Nice. All right. Really nothing to see. This airplane could. I don't know why I'm not getting my HSI working on my nav 1 display. I cannot figure that out. Can somebody help me? Why am I not getting that indication? We are looking at nav1. That's a GPS source. We don't want that. We want nav1 source. There it goes. Okay. Because I'm like, what? It was on nav1. I'm not going crazy. You guys saw it. All right. Whoa, what am I tuned into? 112.7. That's right. All right, I don't like that. What in the blue blazes is going on? Yeah, that ain't right. That's why. That's nav 2. I'm gonna go nav 1. If I could hear Morse code, it would be better. That's not right either. Because that's Virginia Keys now. Something is odd. All right, we're going to turn to the north a little bit. I don't like what I'm seeing. Look outside the airplane, take a look, see what we got. We're headed right for the San Andros Islands. You could see it right there. All right, you guys want to go in the nose area? You could see. Excuse me. Dang it. I have a lot more comfortable chairs than this. Right there. See this? Dude, my kids would love it down here. Right? He'd be like, this is awesome. Yeah, you guys see that island? That's where we're going. Yeah, but you saw it wasn't in GPS mode. I had it flipped. It was in nav 1 mode. That's GPS. That's nav 1. I recycled and then it worked. So it was. I think it's a bug. Because I had that right. Dang it. Good stuff. All right, folks, we're almost there. We're cruising right along. We got the winds north at 5 knots. And let's take a look. And you're never going to believe this, but I'm going to look right now at an app. And the app, you've heard of this app, you guys. It's really cool. Dang it. It's called the Windy app. You guys know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen the app? Windy? It's a really cool app. I love it. It's a weather app. We're in the Bermuda Triangle. Are we? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's the excuse. We're in the Bermuda Triangle. That's right. Weird, right, you guys? I mean, that's a weird phenomenon. Did they ever figure that out? Was it because of the magnetic? Something went screwy with the magnets around there, so it throw their compass off. I don't know. There's so many crashes that happened. Crazy. Okay. Oh, wow. So what I'm going to do, I'm using the Windy app, and I'll show you why. I mean, you're thinking, why would he use the Windy app? So if you go to the Windy app and you look at, now I can't find it. Come on. There we go. I'm looking. Give me a second. I'll show you what the heck I'm doing here. I can find the swells, the reported swells on the tide. Really cool. The tide right now in NASA, temperature right now 73 degrees. Winds are, no, they're, what the heck? They're a little on the higher side. Wait, that's not right. At 1 p.m. What the heck time is it over there? What time is it here? 8, 10-ish. 74 degrees. We're looking at waves are less than a foot. So 1 foot, swells are 1 feet. And swell period's about 7.1. And we've got, it is so cool. This is what I mean. Like, I can look at this and go, I know where the winds are coming on. Their winds are coming out of the north. 11 knots right now. And we have swells about 2 feet swell, 1 foot swells. So, and they're about timed every 7 seconds. So 1 foot swells we got. This airplane could eat right through it. Not a problem. So what we're going to do is, Cody, what's going on, buddy? He says, hey, just got home checking in. How is 2024 doing? How's everybody else doing this evening? Corey, how are you? It's worth it if you play free on Game Pass. I wouldn't buy Premium Deluxe, though. Yeah. You know, Corey, you're right. If you had Game Pass, and I give you Xbox players, if you don't have peripherals, I don't know how you fly this thing. I just don't. I couldn't do it. I mean, with the controller, there's no way I could stabilize flight with it. Even in the trim and stuff, it was really weird. So kudos to you guys that are using an Xbox controller and not peripherals. Like, I'm talking about a yoke and rudder. So much easier to fly with a yoke and rudder. It's cool. So we got 1 foot swells. Winds are coming in out of the north, 11 knots. It's going to be perfect. You can see straight ahead, and that right there is the Andros. That's North Andros Island, and we're getting close to our destination. So we'll end up doing, what is that, Giga Sigma? What's going on? He says, sup. And Cody, this is 24. I mean, there's not much to see now, just ocean. Right, but you can see as we get closer to land, it's gonna look pretty good, and there's gonna be a way. And what we're gonna do when you fly a seaplane, you just can't take for granted the water. You gotta clear it. You gotta look to see what's going on. We're gonna do a little turn, kind of square it up, and then we'll land the aircraft. We want less than 150 feet per minute on the descent rate when you land these things. Right around there, that's probably good. Glassy waters, harder to land than a little bit of waves. So we got a foot swells, which is nice. And we are tracking right where we need to track, folks. We are dead on target. All right, this dead reckoning is what this is. What we're flying here, a little bit of VOR, but mostly dead reckoning. How flying should be done, and how it was done in the old school. So right off the nose here is North Andros Islands. If I can get us there. There we go. And we are going to land. We're going to land feet wet on this landing. And man, if I could fix my dang iPad, it'd be nice. By the way, Chris, thank you for the help, bud. I appreciate it, man. I wanted to study that airplane coming up, as I'm gonna jump in the level D here soon. So I was like, ooh, give me. I gotta study something. I don't know what I'm getting into with with their FMS. It's so weird. It kind of reminds me of a 787 FMS almost. It's an odd duck. Cody, how was your day? Yeah, if you have Game Pass, it works. All right, right when we get to over San Andreas here, Andros. I'm gonna take a drink of water. How you guys doing back there? You guys need a martini or anything? I don't know what everybody's drinking, but I'm gonna get myself some water. And look at this. You guys like this? That's a Coastal Airways livery. That's pretty cool. It's our logo on a Yeti mug. It was awesome. They were running a sale for Thanksgiving, and they said free customization on Yetis, and I lost my Yeti. I have two. I have a big one, like 36 ounces, and then I lost my 18 ounces. And I'm like, dude, that sucks, man. Because I love them. You know, they keep ice forever. And so I saw that sale. I'm like, I gotta get on this. Good night, Chris. We'll see you, bud. Thanks for checking in. Oh, you're flying to San Diego tomorrow. Oh, dude. Okay. Hey, shoot me an email or something. How you set that up? Because you're gonna go in 2.7. I'm sure of it. And do you configure early? That's what I want to know. Because I did. I don't know if you guys do it, but I kind of like to slow it down a little bit earlier in San Diego just because of that 3.5 slope. So let me know. And have fun. Safe flight, bud. Cody says, how'd it go setting up your controls in 2024? Fairly straightforward. Yeah, it's not too bad, Cody. It's just, it's weird because you got to do almost every airplane. The setup's different, right? I mean, this aircraft doesn't have any props. Like, it doesn't have prop controls. So if you look up on the overhead here, there's no prop controls. You have throttles, mixture, done. So you wouldn't want, because it's automatic. The RPM's automatic. You could use decrease and increase, but that's it. So, you know, a little different. Chris said, everything you did, we do. Oh, good to know. Appreciate that. And I was flying a Mad Dog, man. That was rough. No, it was fun. That was a fun flight. Thank you, by the way. That was a real fun flight going into San Diego last week. And by the way, I'm off the next 2 weeks. After next week, I'm off. So we're going to do a lot of streaming. And I'm just going to pop up and do streams in the mornings, afternoons. And then we're going to fly an ETOPS flight to Hawaii here with a coastal group, which should be a lot of fun. Get the guys together. If you guys want to fly on VATSIM with us, you're more than welcome. I'm going to open that up to all Southwest folks as well. It'll be a good time. Lots of fun. All right, and you can see where that's the North Andreas Islands. What do you call it? North Andreas? Andros. I don't know why I'm thinking Andreas. I'm thinking California area somewhere. But that's what this is. And then right after this island right here, it's probably about 15 miles away, is Nassau, Bahamas. So we are getting close, folks. We know our conditions. Our conditions are good. Shoot me a text. I will, Chris. Have a good one, bud. Send me some pictures, too. Take a pic. You can sneak one. Sneak one. Just go. Depends who's flying, I guess. Yeah, pretty fun stuff. Hopefully you have good weather. It's a good thing you're not flying into Utah because the inversion is happening here in Utah. If you've never been to Utah, we have an inversion in Salt Lake, and it goes to like Cat 3 in a minute, and that's where we are now. These poor guys are shooting Cat 3 approaches down into nearly minimums, close to it. I haven't looked, but it's bad. Let me see. I'll show you what it is. Dang it. Of course. All right, here we go. Salt Lake City. That's 23 hours ago. Hold on. I had it on my watch. Let me refresh. It's bad, you guys. It's really bad. There we go. That's 23 hours ago. What the heck? That's gonna annoy me. So if you have a Apple Watch, there's an app called Weather Meter. How about this? That's not too bad. 2503. It's the first sign of problems. Calm wind. Quarter mile visibility. Vertical visibility 200 feet. Freezing fog. Good luck. -2 degrees. Yikes. Can you say de-icing? There we go. Oh, look at the island here. That's what 24 gives you. This beautiful, beautiful photo program. What do they call it? Photo something scenery. I forgot what they call it. Photometric. That's what it is. And it's gorgeous. I mean, that's pretty. I want to take another picture, but I can't. It'll crash on me. Let's not do that. All right, let's jump back in the flight deck. Yeah, not bad. Good practice. Yeah, quarter mile statute. It's quarter mile visibility. 800 RVR. 800 RVR. We could land. We would need 600 RVR with the HUD, right? I have to look at our minimums, but I think it's 50 feet with the HUD. We could get all the way down to 50 feet on a Cat 3. If you don't have auto land, right? We could do 50 feet. I've got to look at our op specs, but I think it's somewhere around there. All right, folks, you see the island? It's right there, straight ahead. That's NASA. All right, we are very close. Probably about, I'll tell you on the GPS, 38 miles away. And we're not going to fly, obviously, to the island. We go to the north side, and then I'm just going to do a quick, tight turn as we descend. We're just going to check the landing area. There's a couple of cruise ships down there that we're going to watch. And then we'll go from there. Any questions with 24? Like you said, if you own 2020, now's not the time to make the switch, folks. Don't do it. Just wait. You know, wait till this thing matures. It's got to mature. It's going to take about a year to get it to where it's, it's pretty good. It's going to take a while. So hang in there. You're not missing much. The graphics are beautiful. But you're in terms of, it's not revolutionary. It just isn't. You know, going from P3D to 2020 was absolutely, holy cow, this sets a new standard for everything, right, in sim world. But today, you know, this looks beautiful. You know, you're just going to get a little bit of better graphics on it. That's it. All right, so we got winds coming in from the north. We're going to have a left crosswind in. We got a foot swells. The swells are going to be coming in on the left on the port side of the airplane. So we'll take that in consideration. Normal landing. We won't have to worry about glassy landing on this one. We're going to want to come in nice and easy, nice long landing approach. Get it configured really good. Once we land, we'll get the airplane slowed down really quick. We'll get it on the step. We'll taxi on the step as best we can until we're going to beach it, by the way. We're going to beach the aircraft. So there's a little beach area at Paradise Island where Chalks used to fly into, and they had a seaplane base there. They would land in the water, taxi right up, drop the gear. It's an amphibian, so it could go on land. They drop the gear, they'd come right up there, they would shut one engine down and run the other one, and they would swap people, and they would go right back to Fort Lauderdale or Miami. That's what they did, so it's pretty cool. I probably could get a lot more speed on this airplane. We could probably cruise at 160. But, you know, You know what I mean? You can hear the throttle coming up. Hear the RPM coming. Our manifold pressures. What do we got? Yeah, we're good on the manifold pressure. And I think we've got 30, 30, 20, 32,000. We're going a lot faster than that. Push that manifold up. There's our speed. Now it's coming up. All right, folks. I like the wing flex. The wing flex is cool. They did a good job on that. All right, see that island straight ahead out there? That's where we're landing, folks. You guys want the yoke? You want to go old school? Big old boat. Oh, man, if somebody had an albatross, man, that would be sweet. Does anybody own one of these things? I would love to. I couldn't afford the maintenance. $2,000 RPM. We're going a little faster than that, but I'm just kind of pushing it. All right, straight ahead is the island. We're going to go to the north side of the island. I don't know what the heck. Ah. My app is all jacked up. Let's do this again. Better, better, better. All right, folks. Got to draw those tiles in. That's why. We're almost there. You can see there we're going. So you could draw the tiles in yet. My internet connection's probably eaten up by this, by the stream. You guys want to see? You want to see us go to Hawaii? Is that what we're gonna do? Does everybody want to see the Hawaii trip this year? All right, folks. I see where we're landing. It's straight ahead. 12 o'clock right there. We're at 6,000. Let's start descending. I'm going to give it a little bit of a descent. We're going to go down to about 1,000 feet, and I'm going to take a look at the MYNN just to get an altitude. Weather, Nassau right now, 3015. Coming up. Okay, set. All right, let's go ahead and descend. I'm going to descend down to about 1,200 feet or so. We're not going to do... Now, you got to be careful. We're not going to shock cool the aircraft, so we're going to go nice and slow here. So if you guys aren't familiar with radials or any reciprocating engine, you want to be really careful. You're going to pull a little bit of power, but not that much, because you don't want to shock cool. So I'm just going to bring down the manifold just a little bit. There we are. Nice slow descent. And we're going to be landing to the north, so I'll put the bow of the aircraft right on it. See this cleat right there? We're going to go right to it. Right there. That's exactly where we're landing, straight ahead. There's a little island between the big island and the small island, and that's where we want to go. That's it. We're just gonna chill and let's get there. Let's take a look at the island too. It's really nice. Where's that cylinder temperatures right now? Not too bad. Fuel quantity good. Cylinder temperatures running about 2,000 right now. And our outside air temperature. (57 degrees Fahrenheit). That's not bad. Can we get that in Celsius? Let's see. It's funny when you fly. You're like, I need it in. No. It's ETA. That's just a clock. 14C. All right. Folks, if you're just joining us, we're doing basically our first stream in 24. And we're going to go ahead and land feet wet here over Paradise Island, Atlantis in the Bahamas. And those of you who just joined us, my favorite kind of flying is definitely seaplane ops, bush flying. I love it. A lot of fun. I would say more, not bush flying, but seaplane operations is, and I do love it. It's a lot of fun. Really fun way to use the airplane. Now I know there's going to be ship traffic. I heard about that. They have like actual ship traffic coming in. Just going to pull the power back just a little bit. Again, not to shock cool it, but we're descending nicely, 3,000. Right there over the nose is the NASA airport. We service that. This gust lock doesn't work, if you're wondering. This is just not simulated. Do. Who's brave enough to go in the window and watch the landing? Anybody brave enough? Right there. Anybody brave enough to get in there? Shoot. All right. Okay, coming down through 37. $27. All right. 25. A little bit of bumps. Yeah, don't show me the score. I'll watch the game, Dad. When I'm done here, I'm gonna turn the game on and see what the heck's going on, if the shakeup worked. Who knows? Did you hear what they did to Shesterkin? Did you hear that he got $92 million in 8 years? I told you. I said, I know what they're going to do. They're releasing the cap space, and they're going to sign him to a major contract. You guys hear that? $92 million in 8 years? Are you out of your mind? That's crazy. That is crazy. That is so crazy. That's like I don't even know what that is. That is insane amount of money. Wow. Holy smokes. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. And you know what? Those little punks, I knew it. When Pops and I were talking earlier, and we were talking about the Rangers letting Trouba go. And I'm thinking, why are they doing this? And I'm thinking, wait a minute. And when I saw the deal, Anaheim absorbed Trouba's contract. So I'm like, that's what they did. So they freed up the cap space to dump it on Shesterkin to give him this $12 million this year. Dude's going to make $12 million. That's the highest paid ever goaltender, ever. That's insane, man. There's 1,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and altitude hold. Now the Rangers stink. I mean, let's be honest. They're not great. Their season is terrible. They're doing a terrible job. But they had a lot of issues in the locker room. So, you know, throw all that crap together and you get yourself. So we're going to land straight ahead. You see where those cruise ships are? We're going to land right next to them. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fly over them. And I'm going to stop descending because if that doesn't happen, then we're going to be in deep crap. Altitude hold. There we go. So I'm going to push up the manifold pressure just a little bit, about 30. And what we're going to do, folks, in a seaplane like this, we're going to kind of come over. I'm going to turn the heading off. And I'm going to fly the roll myself. Okay, so I'll fly the aircraft. Nice and easy. Let it level out. And what we're going to do is just look at the landing zone. And it's going to be, there's a boat coming out of there. It's going to be right in here we're going to land. We got the wind coming in this way. Hopefully we're going to be protected. We only have a foot swells on this side of the island. This is Paradise Point here. Or this is Atlantis. Lights are coming on. So what we're going to do is fly through here. We're going to nice through this channel, nice and deep. Right? You can see all over here. See all this? This is all reef. We don't want to fly over there and land on it. So we're going to land over here. We're going to taxi up, nice on the step, and we're going to pull it in there. That's the plan. Okay, altimeter set. We're ready to go. You guys ready? We will be a water landing today. So gear is going to be up in the hull. And here we go. And we definitely want to stop the aircraft before we get to this bridge. So we're just basically looking right now. You would look like this. We're going to load right next to this cruise ship, you guys. That's what we're going to do. Touchdown right around here. Drag it out in this deep area. And then we're going to pull and beach the airplane right here. This is where we're going to beach it. All right, this is where Chalks had their seaplane base. Right here. So that's where we're going to go. Nice little area. And then we're going to be in Atlantis for vacation. We definitely want to not go in over here because of that. Okay, let's go. Here we are. Nice clearing turn. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing slowed. Autopilot's coming off. I'm just looking now again. Square it up. Looking good there. This is a crosswind. The wind's coming in from this direction. We have foot swells. That's rolling in. Autopilot's off. My plane. One notch flaps, sir. Notch coming in. You can see that over here. I better get in the flight deck, you guys. I gotta see what I'm doing. Okay, we got a crosswind coming in from the right now. We're going to be protected from those waves. Again, it's only a foot swell, 7 seconds in between. It's nothing. This airplane could take it. But that's straight up. We're talking, we're going to be protected in this cove. All right, we're about 800 feet, looking good. Right when we get through this channel, we're going to act like we're a boat. And who has the right of way? Does anybody know who has the right of way right now? Let's talk about FARs. The vessels on the water have the right of way. Even when you're on the water, you're going to be treating this like a vessel. So I'm going to just elongate this approach just a little bit. There's 500 feet. About 2,000. We're doing good. I'm going to keep that RPM up. All right, here we go. Start our turn. A little bit of rudder. Up 2. All right, 3rd notch of flaps. Landing check. Gear is up. We are right where we want to be, folks. Coming in from the left. Throttle's coming in. Okay, we're gauging the waves, we're gauging the wind. People on this cruise ship are getting a good look. Keep the speed up. Do not want to stall the airplane. Right there, hold that attitude. Hold the attitude. Hold it. Nice, we're on the deck. Okay, idle. Straight back in your lap. Straight back in your lap. See that? Pull that yoke all the way in. Reverser. Out of reversers. Okay, I'm going to do some adverse stuff. All right, there's our landing area. Good. Now I'm going to show you something here. The airplane's going to want a weather vane. So I'm going to go reverser on 1. We're act like a boat now, folks. We're a boat. So we're on reverse. You can see how I'm pulling the reverser out. That's going to give us a little bit of turning. Yep, that's what we want. I'm using reverse thrust on 1 engine to turn the boat. And then I'm going to go ahead and idle it. Rudders are ineffective at this stage. So what we're going to do is I want to show you something really quick here. Let me jump in the bow. So I'd have, whoever the heck it is, we'd come down to the bow. Let me see, hang on, before we do that. I just want to make sure I'm not going to get beached. I'm getting it just enough. All right, once I take it out, it wants to just... It's always going to weather vane on the water, all right? All right, that's good. Let's get in the bow. This is hard to do with one person. So we're going to come like this. See this panel? We're going to pop this panel. Now we're in it. Okay, I'm going to show you. We're sitting outside of this. Now this person would honestly be mooring. All right, I'm going to throw reverse in this one. There we are. See how the airplane's coming up? We're turning the airplane. That's not good for the prop, by the way. This looks like it goes up, right? Is it me? That's where I want to be, right there. And I'm using adverse yaw or thrust for this one. Okay, here comes the gear. Let's get the gear down right now. We'll climb up. Oh, looks like we're on dry, not dry ground, but we're on make sure we don't hit any rocks. Look at the water. You guys see this water? Man, that's so cool. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at that thing. Oh, this is killing my maintenance. Hang on. Dang it, where's my little my bow view? There we go. We'll walk around. How's that? All right, this is really bad for the tires. But this is gotta put a lot of power to get up there. Watch the trees. Really keeping my eye out on those trees. This is a big airplane. This is not a small airplane, if you're wondering. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and turn it. There we are. Spin that sucker over. We made it. All right, here we go. Idle thrust. We'll go ahead and park brake on. We got to cool the engines down for a minute. While the engine's cool, we're going to throw the landing light off. That's coming off. And let's take a look at our engines right now. Good. That's good. You could open the cowls if you wanted to. But you could see it's just doing a number on the back. All those people are like, what the crap? All right. Hey, Curtis, how are you? Scott, what's going on, buddy? All right, we're going to go ahead and kill those engines. So we're going to come up on top here. We're going to take number 2. Idle cutoff. That stopped number 2. So you can see that prop has been shut down. I don't know if you could see it through that window, but yep, right there. And then we'll shut down number 1. And number 1 is off. That's it. We'll go ahead and shut down the aircraft. So let's get this yoke out of the way, and we're gonna do a couple of. Oh, I hear the. You hear it now? I couldn't hear with the dang props going on. All right, that's coming on bat. That looks good. We're gonna go ahead and make sure everything's off. That's off. That's off. Inverter. We're gonna go ahead and throw the air conditioning off. Seatbelts are coming off. All right, and last but not least, we're going to go ahead and throw the generators off. Batteries coming off. And then last, we're going to come up on the upstairs here. We're going to shut the radio off. Welcome to the Bahamas. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go in here in the bow and we're going to do a little walk around. Not on the aircraft, but we're going to actually walk around and check out the scenery here. Excuse me, dang it, where the heck am I? It's hard to get here. You got to go like this, go underneath, crawl in here, through here. There's our hatch. We're going to close that hatch panel out. And we got to go behind it to do it. So just give me a second. It's weird. Kind of got to walk sideways. All right, that's coming closed. Boom, bow hatch is closed. There would be an anchor in here too, by the way. You'd have an anchor and all that good stuff. Okay, let's close this door. Done. And last but not least, we'll kind of inch our way out of here. And we'll go back into the cabin here. I'll show you. Whoa. Kind of squirrely, isn't it? I wonder if that opens. Is that open? Nice! That's really cool. I'm going to keep that open because it's just cool. That's a cool thing to do too. If there was like a navigator or somebody standing there, they could help direct where to go. All right, let's pop this door open. Let's get out of the aircraft. Maybe. All right, let's. We're gonna drop the. Gotta drop the ladder, and then we'll. I forgot to drop the dang ladder. Hang on. Excuse me. Excuse me. I gotta go back in the dang flight deck. Drop the ladder. Chocks are on the aircraft. We're gonna throw the ladder on, and we'll go out. All right, we're outside the aircraft now. Let's go ahead and walk around. This is one of the things that is pretty cool about this. So I just need to change my settings. And then we're going to walk around a little bit and I'll show you just kind of, the cool thing about 2024 is that, you know, it's different in terms of you can, it's a little bit of freedom. You can walk around and do things that you can't do in 2020. So like this, we're just going to kind of, what do you guys want to see? The water, or do you want to see? Let's go down to the water's edge. You guys see, like, that was cool. Now this right here, this used to be the seaplane base. This whole thing was paved, and it wasn't a very big seaplane base, but it was, Chalks used to bring their aircraft up here all the time. I want to walk to the beach and see. That water was really cool to look through. I mean, you could see, and like you can hear it. Like we got feet wet now. Look at that. That's amazing how the water looks. Pretty cool stuff. What's this over here? Yeah, we're going to do some exploring. Let's go into, I mean, the possibilities that they can do is pretty cool. Let's see, is this a burger shop? What the heck is this? I have no idea what this is. Jumbo. All right. Different. Don't know. Probably a beach now, obviously. This whole thing used to be, again, a seaplane base. So, and then you would walk over here. They'd have, you'd let the passengers off, and these passengers would walk up and around. We'll go through these trees here. That's what's so cool about doing this is, and I do have an Xbox controller, so I think I can hook up my Xbox controller and, you know, kind of use that to navigate, like when you're walking. I think that would be a lot of fun to do that. Yeah, you can see, look at this. That's Atlantis. Let's see. I wish we could walk quicker. My gosh. Does it different footsteps? Yeah, I mean, you really can't hear the sand anymore. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's Atlantis. I don't know how long of a walk that is, but cruise ships and all bunch of stuff. And can you imagine if like these developers did, if a third party developer came in here and did this, and did the insides and you can actually explore. It's pretty cool. But some of the things you can do, right, in 2024 you really can't do in 2020. You could fly the drone, but I just want to see this lagoon over here really quick. What do you guys think so far? You guys like this? You like 2024? I mean, this part is cool. The seaplane was cool. I liked how I like how it works on the water. I wish the water was a little more animated. Look at the grass. That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's a beach. That's where I'm going. Dump the airplane. I'm going to the beach, guys. Look at this. Little exploring. Nice. So this is a controlled, probably a nice beach to swim in here. Looks shallow. The ocean's on the other side. So, but can you imagine, like, okay, if we flew into St. Martin, how that would be? Could we go to Mayo Beach and hang out? I mean, pretty cool stuff. And of course, you could fly the drone too. But this is it. This is Paradise. You're looking at Paradise Island. This is Atlantis. And we could fly the drone. So if I went to this way and got back in the flight deck, we can pop out of here. Oops, I have to change this really quick. Settings. I'm going to use the drone for a minute. The reason why I have to switch is because I don't know what the heck view it is to take over, if that makes sense. So now we're in drone mode, and this is what is going to help us kind of explore a little bit faster. This area is tennis courts. That's pretty cool. The hotel, obviously. There we go. And I think there's a whole big lagoon on this side. Yes, there is. There's a big pool area. They have a ton of pool areas here, by the way. Should say Atlantis somewhere. What the heck? It says like, welcome to Atlantis. And they have never been. So if those folks have been there, this is kind of weird. Train's a little off on this one. I don't know what happened there. Huh. Cool stuff. What's those things over there? I don't know, folks. What do you think? Pretty cool? Pool area. It's a big hotel. One of these days I'd like to go here. Look at these boats, man. So, I mean, the cool part about this is like these developers can do so much more now. Like third-party devs can come in here and develop the crap out of this stuff, make it cool. Like you can go inside. I mean, the potential is amazing. What could happen? I know you can do vessels. That you can get into vessels and do some boating and stuff like that. So really neat stuff. There's a couple of cars driving over. Let's see how these boats look. Yeah, pretty cool. Look, I mean, the detail is pretty good. Look at that. That's wild. Pretty cool stuff. I'm sorry. I like it. I'm a nerd this way, so pretty neat. I think it's cool. Got a lot of potential, right? I mean, a lot of potential in terms of what could be done. What's over here? This parking lot. I don't know what the heck that is. But a lot of potential on what could be done with 2024 in terms of developing and things like that. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a comment below on what you want to see in the future. Do you want to see some VA stuff, or um, like I said, in the not next week, but the week after, we're on vacation. So I'm going to be streaming a lot in the mornings. I don't know what I'm going to stream. It could be more GA flying. It could be airliners. Who knows? 2020, whatever you guys want to see, let me know in the chat. I would love to fly this thing around the Caribbean, but that's me. I'd like to do a couple long haul trips with it and island hop and just kind of see how 2024 was. Remember, we did that with 2020. When 2020 first came out, we flew along the Caribbean with what was it? Was it a Widgeon or something like that? It was crazy. Long, 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 long trip, but a fun one. Anyway, all right, folks, thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a great week. We'll see you next week. And keep the blue side up and the brown side down. Everybody have a great, great week and safe one. See ya. I need it.
Board the plane, it's on time. Sun is shining, it's bright. Breezy skies, cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe so mellow. Airwaves sing like cello. Sandy beaches we find.